Thank you, ma'am. What is up, guys? Welcome to the stream. How are you guys doing tonight? Oh, it's giving me a rotate. Can you guys see it all right? It's telling me I need to rotate it. I ain't doing it. Oh, it's because I've got it on the power saving mode. That's why. Let's just stop this real quick.
And make sure to come back. Just stay there, okay?
I don't know what's going to happen. We don't have anybody in just yet. Hey, I got a question. I got somebody in the stream here. I need your assistance with something. We're practicing with something real quick, and I need to know. Can you leave a thing in the chat? Let me know. Can you see this okay? I've got a note on the screen saying that it's not doing the stream. Yeah, I'm sideways. That's what I was afraid of. Let me see if I can fix that. Stupid thing. That ain't right. Oh, man. I'm sorry about that, guys. This is totally unprofessional. All right. So let me just do this then. If it's gonna play that game. So we're going to go totally unprofessional here. We're going Instagram style with the live stream tonight. It's because I got my phone on power saver mode. So on power saver mode, it doesn't do the auto rotate. That's what's going on. I didn't even think about that when I was sitting here and doing this. So Savannah and we're sitting here hanging out at the house. We're waiting for Mama to show up. And we thought, you know what? We're just kind of hanging out here. And why don't we just go ahead and invite everybody else to come and hang out with us? Anybody who's bored. What do y'all think about that? A couple people jumped in here, so it couldn't have been too terrible of an idea.
3 people.
We got a few people in here already, man. JNC, always absolute pleasure to have you here, man. Appreciate you joining us, sir. ASAP Fishing, how's it going, man? What you been up to? Mr. Mike Lassiter. And we got Freddie Lopez, Mr. Bull Shark in the room. Guys, happy TGI Friday, huh? The week is finally over. Anybody else have a heinous week like the rest of us? Like, I know we had a rough one. This was a long week. Thanksgiving, am I right? Like, you take one day off for Thanksgiving and everything just goes to hell. That's right. JNC, you're absolutely right. TGIF, guys. We made it through. Anybody got any fishing plans for this weekend? We're going to do a Q&A with Savannah as soon as she gets off of the... her OCD with the cat. Yeah, man, I hear you on that, Freddie. My wife's a teacher, and it is right now. It is almost 5 o'clock, and she still has not left yet, and that's kind of rough. You know, she's on salary. That really sucks that they kind of do that to her. I'm not fond of that.
So cutie.
So yeah, I hear your pain with the school. Good place to learn. Absolutely right about that. Some of the schools aren't the greatest ones to learn around. We've been through a few of the schools here. They're kind of rough. Worked at them both. Oh, apparently Adrian has something to say. What would you like, sir? You can be all quiet now and camera shy. Get out of here. This is my show. So Savannah, what kind of fishing are we doing this weekend?
I don't know yet, but we might go fishing for something big.
We might go fishing for something big. We were thinking about hitting up Mathis Lake tomorrow. Mama is doing SATs out in Mathis. Mathis has Corpus Christi Lake, not to be confused with Mathis Lake, which is in Corpus Christi. Yep, that's South Texas math for you. So we're thinking about dropping by the lake while she's doing that and exploring and seeing what we can catch. I have obviously been an absolute and utter miserable failure at freshwater fishing. At some point, that is going to have to stop, and I think Savannah is my good luck charm with that. I think we can make it happen tomorrow.
You have to say
the cat is cute. No, he's not. No, he's not, Freddie. He's a ham on camera, is what he is. See that? The school in my hometown placed 18th in the whole state. We are blessed to be. Man, dude, I tell you what, I never put a lot of stock into that. I grew up, I was homeschooled for a couple years, and I went to a couple of good schools because we were out in the country. So for a while there, we were real out in the country. So we homeschooled. I homeschooled my 8th grade year. My brother's homeschooled for a couple of years. We ended up having to travel like 10 miles to school every day after that. But it was a pretty good school we went to. Of course, homeschooling. My mom's a teacher, been a teacher for like 30 years, so she's good at what she did. So I was blessed to have been part of some pretty good schools, and we went to some Catholic schools and stuff like that too. So I was blessed in that regard. Now I live in this town, and the schools, I'm not happy with them. I'll be honest. I'll say that on camera. I will be upfront about that. And if they hear that, I'm happy to have words about it, because I am not happy with the schools in this town. The majority of them. Savannah goes to a good school. She goes to St. Mary's, and I like St. Mary's. Not fond of the other schools in town. So that's a really, like, I never put stock or value in a really good school system until I saw a bad one firsthand. And actually, I saw one that was decent go downhill. That was unfortunate. That was a really sad thing to see. Mr. Jerry Bowman, how are you doing, sir? Good to see you, man. Good friend of mine back in Corpus Christi goes by the name of Bowman. Really good people. So I see your name and I associate you with him. That's awesome. I'm sorry, I trailed off on that. I didn't know where to go with it, but every time I see you, it reminds me of my friend. I like sharks and escorpión. I know yo sabe español un poquito, pero yo necesito un poquito más escuela. Whatever. But I understand el escorpión. So, anybody doing any fishing this weekend? Savannah has already introduced the idea that we may be going to Lake Mathis and do a little fishing. What do you think about getting some crawfish? You've never eaten crawfish. You can suck the heads? No? What if we catch them on camera and everybody's asking you to try crawfish?
Only cook.
Yeah, we'll cook it.
Yeah.
Then you'll eat it? Mm-hmm. They're kind of like freshwater shrimp.
Ooh.
They're like little freshwater mini shrimp lobsters.
Aw, you little cutie.
So, okay, yeah. So we may be doing, if I can get a hold of some crawfish tomorrow, we'll do that. I am from South Texas. I'm from the Corpus Christi area. I live in a little town outside of Corpus Christi. It's really not worth mentioning because I can just say Corpus Christi and that'll give you enough of the point of view of where we are from. Hey, Stanley popping in. Got stuff going on, but I'll try to make it. Hey, dude, A&J, totally understand. Appreciate you just dropping by and saying hi, man. Always, as usual. It is an absolute pleasure to have you here, sir, but I understand that it is Friday night. People are busy. Things are going on. I mean, I didn't even plan on doing this. We were just sitting here, Savannah and I were like, you know what, let's do live streams. Okay, let's do that. We will just jump on and do it. It was actually Savannah's idea. Mrs. A.T.O. Gina, it is an absolute pleasure, ma'am. Thank you for coming and dropping by. We're just kind of hanging out. Don't really have a topic of conversation or anything like that. We're just figured we'd hop on the old phone in an unprofessional and not landscape-styled video chat thing. Don't even have any subjects or anything. Just, saying hi. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to lie. There is a very small part of me that is padding the November statistics for YouTube. I'm not going to lie about that. Ice fishing next week. Dude, JNC, that is so rad. Not this weekend, but next week. Yeah, I'm envious of that. I'm envious of that. I want to try that. I could not do ice fishing as a mainstay. I want to try everything once. I'm too accustomed to what we do down here, but I am envious of being able to do that. I know you guys get some awesome fish doing that. That's the best kind. Yes, ma'am. I know, right? It's totally random, off the cuff, and stat padding for YouTube. And that's what we're doing. haven't been able to film many videos, so obviously we're padding with the live streams just a little bit to keep YouTube happy until we get some videos going. JNC, we will be having that conversation. I don't remember. I think it's Janesboro, Jamestown, something like that. I got family up there in Wisconsin. I haven't been in a couple of years, but we are going to make our way up there, and you and I are going to go do some fishing. You can count that as a promise, count it as a threat. Take it as you will. We're going to come up there and say hi. We're going to go do a little fishing, man. Feeling better, Jack and Coke tonight. AJ, I'm very glad to hear that, man. I've been kind of, just a little bit keeping up to date with how you're feeling. We've talked a few times in various live streams over the course of the last couple of days, so I'm glad to hear you're feeling a bit better. I am doing rum and Coke myself tonight, doing a little bit of Sailor Jerry. And Savannah here is drinking the Sprite and vodka. That's her Sprite and vodka face. Done deal. Yes, sir, it is going to happen. Yeah, we're going to make that happen. We spent some time on the Wolf River, went by Green Bay. Trying to think of that little town north of there. But we drove all over, and I don't remember the name of where my brother-in-law lives. But we go up there. We go up there and hang out.
Daddy,
It's just been too long.
there's only two. There used to be one thumbs up.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, we got 2 thumbs up now. Savannah's all stoked. Yeah, I'm sorry. I've got her all patted on the YouTube stats. She loves seeing the thumbs up and the numbers of people in the room. I don't try to encourage that, but obviously it's a conversation that has been had enough times to where she notices and sees it.
Done deal.
Yeah, we're this gentleman right here, J and C.
Hit day. Hey, people, hit day.
Hit that thumbs up. I appreciate that, AJ. Thanks, sir.
3 thumbs up. Mind if I
No, J and C, I will never have any problems with anybody sharing. I never want to ask people. I think that's I don't want to be that guy asking for that stuff. I want to be able to look back on this channel in a couple of years when we're really hitting it hard. Hopefully, I want to be able to look back and say, you know what, I never had to ask anybody for anything, and that's not always that's not going to be 100% the case. But I want to be able to at least be that guy who's like, I never went and did the sub for sub, never went and asked people to do that kind of stuff. So yeah, absolutely, I very much appreciate you doing that, and we'll have conversations behind the scenes. I will be doing that more for you as well, and the rest of you guys too, A and J. You'll be seeing more of a public presence as far as us all doing this thing. I've failed at that. I've been trying to do that better. You'll see more out of me from you guys. So thank you. Long story short, thank you for that. No Limit Cassie, absolute pleasure, man. Good to see you. How are you doing tonight? I heard you cooked an awesome meatloaf last night. We were very envious of you. A and J, please tell the wifey we said hi. Friday. Get on town on Friday. Man, I totally hear you on that one. Oh, man, it has been a long week. Yeah, Cassie, I heard about that. What did we have for dinner last night? It was bad. A Sonic. We had Sonic. I don't mind Sonic. We don't like eating out. We like to make our own dinner. We like to cook, and it's just been one of those weeks where you're getting home at 8 o'clock at night. It's not happening. Yeah, I was talking to you about Wisconsin, where I had something to put in on that, and I don't remember what it was now. Long story short, though, we will be making our way up there. It's long overdue. Hey, weren't you going to come down to Houston or something this winter? Did that fall through, or am I thinking of? I thought that was you was talking about that. I didn't even think about that now until I thought we'd talked about that. Ready for a week. God, Cassie, man, I totally hear you on that. It is just, I'm not going to say, I can't say that it's been like the worst week. It hasn't been that bad. It's just been a rough week. So I in no way have any kind of like, oh God, I need this weekend. It's not that bad, but yeah, I just kind of am really looking forward to a weekend. Thinking about it, but nothing in stone. Yeah, I totally hear you on that. If you ever do get that set in stone, let me know. We'll do the same for you here, man. We will get together down here. Houston is 4 hours away from me here, but there's a really good fishing spot, hour and a half-ish south of Houston, and, of course, 2.5 north of here, or whatever. I mean, if we got to go to Houston, there's a lot of fun stuff. There's a lot of sharks in that area, so we can definitely get into some cool, stuff for footage. If you make it happen, let me know. Let's get something together. Yeah. Holidays. The comment you don't get to take Thanksgiving off without some kind of payback. You know what I mean? Like work, life. They're going to get you back for taking that time off. I'm terrified of taking time off. I was saying that in the last live stream. Like, I got over a week's worth. I got almost 2 weeks worth of vacation that I got to spend in December, or I lose it. And there's no way I can physically do that. And I'm terrified of taking any of that time off at all because, yeah, I mean, I get some time off and I get to do what I want to do. But Jesus, I can't even imagine what I will come back to. And I totally hear you on that, Freddie. I'm a big fan of Mexico. Been to Cozumel many times. Been to Mexico more times than I can count. We live here. We live about 3 hours from the border. And when I was younger, it was a little bit different when I was younger. You didn't have to have a passport. You could just run down there. And, man, we stocked up on all the stuff that you are not allowed to have in the United States. That's where we got it when I was growing up. I have taped many things to my boots, to the inside of my boots, walking around Mexico. I have spent way too much time, Cassie, with the tequila. I've tried them all. I have a very hard time with the tequila these days as a result. It does count, though. What is that? Hey, we're doing a question. Yeah, so we're doing a Q&A with Savannah today. Savannah, we are approaching the end of 2018. We have 1 month left. So we need to look at what are the things that we need to do on our YouTube channel to end the year. Like, what kind of fish do we need to catch? Where do we need to go? Where do you see yourself in a month on this channel?
At the beach.
At the beach. Could you ask for a better answer than that? Which beach is your favorite?
The one that we have here in Corpus Christi.
We got a couple of them here. Do you like the beach by the rocks, the jetties? Do you like it when we go down, like way, way down the beach? That's called the National Seashore when we do that one. You like Port Aransas?
I like Port Aransas, but I like the one with the rocks.
You like the one with the rocks? You like the one with the really long rock? That's Port Aransas. Or do you like the one with the shorter rocks?
I like the one with the long rocks. The one that has a long and we can go in them.
Yeah, I agree with that. There's little caves and stuff you can go walk around in some of those. I grew up the same way. I'm a jetty fan. I fish past jetty. I got those rocks memorized. Literally, I got those things memorized. When we were kids, we used to go jump off them, surfing and snorkeling and stuff. So yeah, there's a couple of those spots that we know where the rocks are. We know where not to jump. Do you know Monterrey NL? It's a rich place in Mexico. I don't know Monterrey. I've only spent time in not the rich places in Mexico. I've gone to some slums. We've spent a lot of time in Progreso, spent a little time in Laredo, and that one on the other side of Brownsville. I forget which one that is. It's Progreso, Laredo. I forget the other one. And then Cozumel, at the places we've always gone. Cassie says, Savannah Banana, Frozen or Monster High?
Frozen.
Really? Loving it. She's still Frozen. She likes Monster High, but still sold on the still sold on Frozen. Which is your favorite? I'm a Moana guy.
I like Elsa.
You like Frozen? That one's still your favorite? That was the first DVD that we ever gave her. Was Frozen, and it's still her favorite, so doing good. Detecting for Life, you completely dropped off the face of the planet, man. Awesome to see you, dude. How are you doing? How have you been? And how was your Thanksgiving, man? Bus pulled up front. What's cooking? I'm getting better about the stage fright on that, man. It's still kind of, it's still funny. It's still funny. I'll laugh about that. I hadn't forgot that one. Detective for Life, freaking me out with that. I did not even know I had social anxiety until you, man. Cassie says she loved it. Your answer was perfect.
Thank you.
Frozen was excellent. You want to show them what you're drawing? Check this out. This is my daughter. What you drawing?
Wait.
Oh, we gotta wait for it. You can't see it just yet. Detecting for Life, man. I've been wondering where you were at. I haven't seen you since you guys did that dump dig. When you were digging out all those bottles and stuff, it got me thinking, man. Like, I want a bunch of them tiny little blank. I guess they're not whiskey bottles, but those little blank medicine bottles. God, you could do some fun things with those. Like make your own whiskey, and then you got bottles to put them in.
I'm ready.
You ready? Don't rush a masterpiece. Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right. So that's what she's working. That's the work of art right there. What you got there, Savvy? What is that? Can you see it okay?
I drew out you got a shark.
I got a shark. And not only did I get a shark, but I got a mural of it.
You got a big one, and I was right there next by you.
And she's hanging out. She's about to gaff it. Right? You're going to gaff that shark, and then we're going to have it for dinner?
The shark's in the water, and that's you. I want you to catch a shark.
You're not ready to catch one yourself? Blowing up my phone. That's usually what those bells mean. Savannah, would you rather fly or run really fast?
Fly.
She'd rather fly. I agree with her on that one. That's kind of like swimming feels like. Like when we're snorkeling, it feels like you're flying. Hopefully, keeping our fingers crossed on this one, we're hoping that she gets to go to Cozumel. We're trying to make that happen. Come on up. We can dig them anytime. Yeah, Detective for Life. I'm going to start making... One of these days, I'm going to get you. I'm going to show up on one of your live streams or something. I'll be like, hey, I'm hanging out front. What you doing? And then we'll have a little laugh, and I'm going to be like, no, bro, I'm really out here. I'm going to track you down. You're my kid now. I'm stealing you. Cassie says she's stealing you. That's what I was going to say. Cassie and JNC, that's what I forgot to mention. They live up there by Sean. Bryce and Owen. So next time we go see them, we're going to have to go see Cassie and Jay. Yeah. Yeah. But you don't get to steal her. Put a lot of hard work into making her adorable. That doesn't just happen by magic. It did just happen by magic. I'm lying. There's nothing I can do about that. Beautiful drawing. Woohoo!
I'm drawing another one.
She's drawing another one. Awesome. You need to color those. We need to do some painting.
I painted today.
You did? What'd you paint?
Man Earth. Today I had to draw a hand, and I had to put 6 drawing lines in it, and I painted some of it.
That's awesome. That's cool. She did a painting today at school. We used to do a lot of painting here. I haven't done. We haven't done any painting in at least since summer. That's unfortunate. I find that as an important activity to do, and we haven't been doing it. YouTube. I blame the tube. Blame the tube for a lot of things. So, just so you guys know, I wasn't planning on hanging out too long. I just kind of wanted to get on, say hi and everything. Of course, like I was saying earlier, I'm not going to lie about padding the YouTube numbers for the end of the month and all that. We'll say we're going to hang out for another couple of minutes. My phone is beeping at me. I got the little thing showing me we don't have much battery life. I have it plugged in, but it's not charging fast. It's draining battery at the live stream faster than keep it charged. So, if this thing just ups and dies on me, my apologies in advance. I'm trying to stretch it out as best I can. I'm enjoying hanging out with everybody. Like I said, it's been a long couple of days. So you guys are my stress relief as it is right now, and I cannot thank you guys enough for that, hanging out and doing everything. What is up, Nick? You're always jumping in on the tail ends of these things, but man, I tell you what, I appreciate having you in here. One of these days, I want to get you in to sit here and hang out with me because you're a fun conversation. Get a whiskey in you or something like that. We'll get some funny conversations, some things where we might have to end up kicking you out of here. That would be fun. I think everybody would enjoy that. For the others of you guys that don't know, Synox down here. Yeah, I know. I know the deal with the charger, man. It's a pain. That's cool, AT. Synox down here. If you guys saw the camping video, and we did a video where we caught a shark out at Padre Island National Seashore. Synox is Nick. He's the one that was. He's that friend of ours that hangs out in on the beach with us from time to time. You will see him. He's been offshore with us. He's one of the very, very few. I say very few. I don't know anybody. I think Nick is probably the only person that's actually been offshore with us. He's a real good friend of mine for many years. So say hi to Synox. Synox is how you spell Nick. That's Uncle Nick.
Hi, Uncle Nick.
He's hanging out with us here. Think we might go live later. Not good night for the later tonight. Might not be good for kids. Already having a few. Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. Jane, so you have any idea what time you're going on? Because guys, anybody here who has not had an opportunity to check out JNC's live streams, I highly suggest doing it. This is the guy that got me into doing them in the first place. He's been an absolute role model for this channel. And this is the thumbnail for his upcoming live stream right there. It's about to happen.
We did a picture.
That's a picture of Mom and Daddy and little Savvy.
Hello,
We got
everybody.
They wing it, bish. Hey, Josh Green, man, I apologize. I'm afraid you're catching the tail end of this. Regardless, it is an absolute pleasure having you here, man. I want to have a few conversations with you in the future. Afraid it's the wrong time for it. Now, we're about to hang this thing up in just a bit, just because my phone is about to die. And this was random, just an impromptu, like, hey, let's turn on the phone, see what happens, that kind of stuff. But again, absolute pleasure to see you, man. For you guys, like I said, if you're still feeling social, you want to hang out, I highly suggest you check out JNC's channel. Tonight he's going to be doing a live stream. I will be there hanging out in the chat and causing noise and looking for Nightbot, my buddy.
I got you, Stanley. It's all good, my man.
Josh Green's another one of those really good fishing channels that we enjoy watching.
What's up? What's up, Big G? John's in a mood, so he needs to give life.
He needs to go live. Yeah, I'm totally feeling you. I was feeling the exact same way. Hey, man, it's the end of the month. Everybody, we'll talk more about this, but everybody needs to be doing live streams today. Pad those numbers for the end of the month. Everybody hang out, get social, have a good time, have a drink on me. Check out JNC next. Josh, if you're not doing anything, jump up, do the next live stream after that. A and J, if he's still in here, jump up and do one. Who else we got in here does live streams? Well, we got Cassie. You need to be doing a live stream occasionally. You need to do the behind the scenes live stream. Nick, you don't need to do a live stream. You need to jump on one of mine.
Hi, Sappy.
Who else we got in here does live streams? I'm looking back. Detective for Life. He does a good live stream. He doesn't do them quite that often, but man, if you're still here, jump up and get a live stream going, man. I hadn't seen you in a while, dude. We need to reconnect, say hey. You down in that? Savvy's almost done with her Sprite and vodka. She's going to need a refill in just a minute here. Man, my apologies, detecting. I want to hang out here more from you. I'm afraid I am. My phone is just about dead. It's going to die before I'm able to do anything on this whole deal. Right, Josh. We trained her well, sir. It's Texas. Go big or go home.
Man, kids start early.
Slick Rick. Hey, man. Been a while, dude. Good to see you.
And like Cutie Savannah.
Man, my apologies, Slick Rick. Just so you know, dude, I'm sorry. We're not going to be hanging around for too much longer here. I think I've probably got like 1-2 minutes left on this battery before it totally goes down. But so you know, I'm throwing it on the charger, and then we're all going to jump in JNC's live stream just as soon as he pops one on.
Hey.
I'm trying to get everybody else to jump into the same thing. Josh Green, A and J, Detecting for Life. If we can convince these guys to jump up and do a live stream, that's what we're attempting to do at the moment. I'm going to throw the phone on a charger, maybe try to throw on some barbecue, something like that. He's going to be doing his 8 or 9. That's not Central Time, right? You're on Eastern Seaboard Time? Dude, Slick Rick, that's exactly what I'm saying. Guys, I can't say it enough. We got some really cool channels in this chat room right here. You don't even understand. If you have not seen these guys, Josh Green, JNC, Slick Rig, Detecting for Life, this is some pro quality stuff that we got going on in here. And guys, I cannot tell you enough how honored I am to have such a professional presence hanging out in here. Obviously, you know, I'm a fan of all y'all's channels. Thank you. Thank you for, again, as I know I say it a whole lot, but thank you for letting me be a part of your awesome community. And thank you for coming and hanging out with me, guys. You guys are awesome. I'm really honored. So, Holscher Fishing, how you doing there, man? I got to make this quick. My apologies. I've probably got about 45 seconds before my battery dies on this phone. It was just kind of a random little end of the month saying hi. It's Friday night, waiting for my wife to get home, you know, that kind of live stream. So on that note, I am going to go ahead and cut this off because my battery's going to die, and I don't want to just all of a sudden there be the little spinning thing on there and everybody thinking I'm totally unprofessional. So.
Say hi.
Say hi, Adrian. He's in a mood. Holscher, we're doing good, man. We're having a good week. We are all hitting up. We're all hitting up JNC's fishing channel, JNC No Limit TV. We're going to be hitting up his live stream. He's going on about 8 or 9 o'clock tonight. I believe that's Atlantic Seaboard time. See, Adrian's getting all moody. He wants some food. Thank you very much, JNC. Guys, I want to thank all of y'all for hanging out. Again, I really appreciate being a part of such a professional group of wonderful YouTubers. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys all in the next video. We got some cool stuff coming out. Thank you again for joining us. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and slap that captain's bell so that you never miss an opportunity to go do a little fishing with us.
That's my thing.
All right, do your thing.
Like and subscribe down below and give the big ones. And
That's kind of a funny thing to say since everybody here is already a subscriber. Sorry.
And Adrian says hi.
And Adrian says hi. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. We look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. And we look forward to seeing you on JMC's, on his live stream that he's going to be doing here in just a bit. We'll see you guys in the next one. And you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you very much for joining us. Bye, guys. Adrian, I'm gonna